Before we will start the tutorial, let me show you first my marks. I have an online store in Spreadshirt and Teespring known as Spring, where you can buy various apparels and drinkwares that most of them I designed it myself. Link on my store are provided in the description below so you can check it out, and you can choose different products with different designs. You even have the options to choose which product you like most. If you want to see more products, you can scroll it down and click the load more for more interesting designs and exciting products. If you want to surprise your loved ones with gifts, this might be a good option. So guys, if you want to buy one of these products, it means a lot to me because it helps maintaining my channel. So thank you guys.
Hello guys, welcome back to my After Effects tutorial channel. This is Randy from Ran's Graphics, and this time I'm gonna be showing you what are we gonna be making today. Let me start by creating a new composition. I will name it BG or background. 1920 by 1080p, 30 frames per second, 20 seconds duration. Click OK. Then go back to composition, create a new composition. I will name it texture. 1920 by 1080p, 30 frames per second, 20 seconds duration. Click OK. Then I will go to my project panel, open these project assets, go to image folder, open it up, highlight these two images, the white paper and scratches, drag it down into the timeline, move the scratches above the white paper, highlight the white paper, press on your keyboard for the scale, change the scale to 50%, then highlight the scratches, go to effects and preset, go to color correction, tritone, change the highlights color here to 27:1304. Click OK. Change the midtones color to 3E3129. Click OK. Then go back to your project panel and open this ornaments folder. Highlight these three images. Drag it down into the composition icon. Make sure that it's multiple compositions. Click OK. Double click your mouse to open it up. Then as you can see that the timeline is only 2 seconds. All you have to do is to go to composition settings, change this to 20 seconds. Click OK, extend this timeline and also this layer. Open the ornament 01 composition, again 2 seconds, go to composition settings, change this to 20 seconds. Then click OK. Extend the timeline, also the layer. Open the ornament 02, go to composition settings, change the timeline to 20 seconds. Click OK. Extend the timeline and the layer. Then go to composition, create a new composition. Name it ornamental matte. 1920 by 1080p, 30 frames per second, and the duration is 20 seconds. Click OK. Then drop down these two compositions into the timeline. Then go again to composition and create a new composition. Name it reflection. 1920 by 1080p, 30 frames per second, 20 seconds duration. Click OK. Go to your project panel and highlight this image. Drop it down into the timeline. Press S on your keyboard for the scale. Scale this to 50%. Highlight this image. Go to Effects and Preset. Go to Stylize Motion Tile. Change the output width here to 600. The output height is 300. Check mirror edges. Then make sure that your player is at the beginning of your timeline. Make a keyframe on the tile center. Move it forward to the end of your timeline. Change the X position of your tile center to 1920. Then go to Effects and Preset. Go to Blur and Sharpen. Fastbox Blur. Change the blur radius here to 15. Iterations 1. Go back to Effects and Preset. Go to Color Correction. Find Tint. Then go back to Effects and Preset. Go to Color Correction. Curves. I just want to darken it a bit. Like that. Then go to Composition. Create a new composition. Name it Golden Ornament. (1920 by 1080p), 30 frames per second, and 20 seconds duration. Click OK. Go to the project panel. Open it up and drop down this reflection, composition, and ornamental matte. Drag the reflection just below the ornamental matte. Change the track matte here to alpha matte. Then go to Effects and Preset. Go to Stylize CC Glass. Go back again to Effects and Preset. Go to Distort CC Globalize. Open Surface. Change the bump map to ornamental matte. Softness is 10. Height is -5. Displacement is -10. Open Blobbiness. Change blob layer to ornamental matte. Change the softness to 5. Cutaway is 1. Now go to Layer. Create new adjustment layer. Drag this adjustment layer on top of the ornamental matte. Go to Effects and Preset. Go to Color Correction. Curves. Change the RGB color to red. Drag this red up like this. Then change the red to green. Drag the green up just a tad. Change the green to blue. Drag the blue down like this. Then change the blue to RGB color. Then drag the RGB color up just a tad like that. Go to Layer, create a new adjustment layer. Go back to Effects and Preset. Go to Blur and Sharpen. Fastbox Blur. Just put the blur radius to 1. Iterations 1. To avoid this fringing, all you have to do is to go to the project panel and change this 8-bit to 16-bit. So it's better, eh? Now go to Composition, create a new composition. Name it Text. 1920 by 1080p, 30 frames per second, and 20 seconds duration. Click OK. Enable the title action shape. Then grab your text tool and type wedding invitation. I will change the font here to CandleScript. Size of the font is 120. Line it horizontally and drag it down a bit like that. Then grab your text tool again, type Randy. This time I'm gonna change the font here to Franklin Gothic Book. I want it regular. Then change the font size here to 60. Drag it in here. That should be good enough. Press your keyboard Ctrl D to duplicate it. move the other text on this side. I want to change it to Megan. That should be good enough. Then grab again your text tool and type the date, October 20, 2024. Align it horizontally. Change the font here to Dutch Medieval Pro Regular. Then change the font size here to 36. Then I will drag it up a bit. Then go to your text tool, grab it again, type Frenchman Butte Church. Enter and type again, Lloydminster, Saskatchewan, Canada. Line it horizontally and highlight it, drag it up. Then I will highlight this Frenchman Butte Church, change the font size here to 48. I think that should be good enough. Go to your composition, create a new composition, name it Text Reflection. 1920 by 1080p, 30 frames per second, 20 seconds duration. Click OK. Now go to your project panel, open the project assets, open image, drop down this multi-area light reflection. Press S on your keyboard for the scale. Change the scale here to 25%. Then I will just temporarily drop down this text into the timeline. Then highlight this multi-area light reflection. Go to Effects and Preset, Stylize Motion Tile. Then change the output width here to 500. And the output height, change this to 20. Check the mirror edges. Go to Effects and Preset. Go to Blur and Sharpen, Fastbox Blur. Change the blur radius here to maybe 10. Then the iteration 1. Make sure that your playhead is at the beginning of your timeline. Create a keyframe by hitting the stopwatch on the tile center. Then move your playhead at the end of the timeline. Change the X position of your tile center to 2050. Now this is temporary text, so I will just delete it. I will go back to ornament 1, create a mask. So all I have to do is to create a mask, change to ellipse, enable the title action save. Then I will create a mask like this. Before moving forward with our tutorial, if you like this video and if you think that it helps you, please support my channel by pressing the like button. It will only take a second so that YouTube algorithm will help this video be pushed to many viewers, okay? So let us now continue. Then highlight all the mask, open it up, playhead is at the beginning of the timeline, create a keyframe on the mask expansion, and then change the mask feather here to 50. Move your playhead to about 4 seconds and increase the amount of mask expansion. I think that should be good enough. Then close it. Then go to composition, create a new composition. Name it Text Reveal. 1920 by 1080p, 30 frames per second, 20 seconds duration. Click OK. Then go to your project panel, open it up, drop down this text reflection into the timeline. And also drop down the text into the timeline, just above the text reflection. Then highlight this text reflection, change the track matte here to alpha matte, go to Effects and Preset, go to Stylize, add CC Glass, go back to Effects and Preset, go to Distort, add CC Globalize. Open the surface, change the bump map here to the text, change the softness to 10, height is -5. Displacement is -10. Open blobbiness. Change the blob layer to text. Change the softness to maybe 40. Then the cutaway is 1. Then go to layer, create a new adjustment layer. Move it up above the text. Then go back to the golden ornament. Highlight this adjustment layer 1. Highlight these curves. Copy it. Go back to your text reveal. Paste that effect. Go back again to layer. Create a new adjustment layer. Then go to effects and preset. Blur and sharpen. Add fastbox blur. Change the blur radius here to 1 and the iterations 1. Then I will go to layer, create a new solid. I want it black. Then grab your shape tool, create a mask. So I will just create it at the center. Then align it horizontally and vertically. Open the mask. Move your playhead to the 4 seconds duration. Create a keyframe on the mask expansion. Move your playhead to the 7 seconds duration. Increase the amount of your mask expansion until the text is gone. Then change the mask feather to 60 and change the mask from add to subtract. That's what I like. So now I'm gonna close this. Then go to composition, create a new composition. Name it art comp. 1920 by 1080p, 30 frames per second, 20 seconds duration. Click OK. Then I will drop this art into the timeline. Then go to the text reflection. Drop it down into the timeline. Change the track matte here to alpha matte. Go to effects and preset. Go to stylize. CC glass. Go to effects and preset. Go to distort. Add CC globalize. Open the surface. Change the bump map to the heart. Change the softness to 10. Height is -5. Displacement is -10. Open blobbiness. Change the blob layer to heart. Change the softness to 5. Then the cutaway, I will change this to 10. Or maybe 5. Go to layer, create a new adjustment layer. Drag this layer up above the heart. Again, open the golden ornament and copy these curves. Open the art comp and paste this effect. Then go to layer, create a new adjustment layer. Go to effects and preset. Go to blur and sharpen, fastbox blur. Change the blur radius to 1 and the iterations 1. Then I will open the footage. I will highlight all this footage. Drag this to the composition icon and make sure that multiple compositions is checked. Click OK. Close this footage folder. Close this asset. Then I will go to composition and create a new composition. I will name it main. 1920 by 1080p, 30 frames per second, 20 seconds duration. Click OK. Then go to your project panel and drop down this background into the timeline. Text reveal, put it above the background. Go to layer, create a new solid. Name it vignette. Make it comp size. Click OK. Go to your shape tool, double click it to create a mask. Enable to see the mask, enable this icon. Open the mask, make the feather 150. Check the inverted, then close it. Drop down this golden ornament into your timeline. Then move your playhead forward to about 8 seconds so you can see the ornaments. All you have to do is to go back to your vignette, adjust the mask just to fit the ornaments inside the mask. Okay. Then go to the project panel and drop down this
art comp into the timeline. Press S on your keyboard for the scale. Move your playhead back to 10 frames. And create a keyframe by hitting this stopwatch on the scale. Change the value on the scale to 0. Then move your playhead to 3 seconds duration. And change this amount to 100. Close it. Now I will just go back to ornament 2. Open it up. Highlight this layer. Press T on my keyboard for opacity. Move my playhead back to 1 second duration. Create a keyframe by hitting the stopwatch on the opacity. Change the value here to 0. Move my playhead to about 4 seconds duration. Then change the opacity value here to 100%. There you go. Open the main. Open this footage. Highlight all this footage. Drag it into the composition icon. Make sure that it's multiple compositions. Click OK. Then make sure you are in the main composition and drop it down into the timeline. Drag this starts at the topmost. Then change the particle to add. Also the particles. Change the blending mode to add. So let's try to play this one. So now what I'm gonna do is to close this footage folder for now. Then I will create another folder. Name it other comps. Highlight these compositions. Put it inside that other comps. And also these compositions. I don't wanna put the main compositions in that folder. Then I will open this footage. I will drag these compositions inside the other comps folder. Then I will go to composition, create a new composition. I will name it final. 1920 by 1080p, 30 frames per second, 20 seconds duration, click OK. Drag these main compositions into the timeline. Move forward my playhead to about 18 seconds. Press T on my keyboard for the opacity. Create a keyframe by hitting this opacity. Then move forward my playhead to the 20 seconds duration. Change the amount here to 0. So we'll play it again. Nice. So now guys, we are done with our tutorial. Don't forget to visit my store where you can choose a lot of mercs as presents for your loved ones, where you can choose a lot of apparel and drinkware designs. I hope that this video helps you and I hope that you enjoy it. Also, if you have time, don't forget to like, subscribe, share my videos if you want to, and press the notification bell so that you will be notified in case I have new videos to upload, okay? Success needs a lot of willpower, okay? Thank you very much guys for watching and see you next time. God bless. And for those in the Muslim countries, Allahu Akbar.